Good morning, everybody. Today is sahasara chakra or crown chakra. So just take a few moments to bring your hands into prayer and to breathe slowly and gently into your whole being. So we've worked our way up through the chakras. Sahasara chakra is about consciousness. And we want to bring that sense of consciousness not only into the crown chakra and the third eye and the throat and the heart, but also into the more physical chakras, especially into the more physical chakras of Manipura and the second and the first, the root, and Svadhisthana and Muladhara. So just feel the sense of consciousness. Breathe gently into your body and take a moment. Consciousness. What is consciousness? What is connecting to consciousness? What is it all about? Turn the corners of your mouth up and have a gentle smile. And just allow yourself to be for a few moments. Settling. And then taking your hands and interlacing them and bringing your middle finger. Take your palms out to the side and just bring this on top of your crown chakra. The mantra for the crown chakra is Om. So we're going to begin by just chanting 3 Oms and feeling the middle finger pointing up towards the heavens. So take a lovely, long, slow, deep inhale. Om. Bring your hands into prayer on top of your head. And just feel. And then open your palms up. Open your fingers. Crown chakra, sahasara chakra, is 1,000-petaled lotus. The magnificence of the lotus opening up to reveal the consciousness, the awareness within us. And then slowly bring your hands back into prayer. Drag your hands down and bring them into your heart and just take a moment. Take a moment. The mantra for this chakra is Om. There are no deities, it's pure consciousness. It's beyond deities. It's to creator and creation itself. And then slowly release. So every other chakra spins backwards and forwards. The crown is this 1,000-petaled lotus up, and the root, and it can also come down, but mainly it's up gathering consciousness, and then it can come down bringing consciousness in. And the root is also one way, up and down. So the crown and the root are like your tops and bottom of your whole chakra system in your body. And part of the practice of yoga is to bring the kundalini, the energy that holds us, that serpent that winds around the first and second chakra and holds us in physicality. It's to bring that energy up the spine and to bring it into consciousness or to creator. Shakti, creation, to Shiva, creator. So it works its way up through all the chakras opening, and then all that enlightenment, all that consciousness you want to bring back down into the root chakra. So it's this beautiful, imagine a ball of light. Now take your hands and interlace them. Now close your eyes and imagine this ball of light. As you inhale, feel like you're pulling and bring your arms up, bring your palms up, pulling this light up, 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 all the way to the crown. Turn your palms to face the other way, and as you exhale, visualize this ball of light coming down. This is one of Yogananda's most simplest kriyas, but very, very powerful. So envisage again a beautiful ball of light. Inhale, draw it up your spine. Actually use your bandhas. Feel your spine growing, 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 growing. Long and tall. The more energy, the more openness in the spine, the more we can bring this consciousness into our whole being, especially into physicality. Fulfilling our dharma, drawing in divine light, do it again, and spreading it into the earth. Inhaling on the way up and exhaling on the way down. So I'm just using the palms and the hands to kind of help the visual. One more time. Ball of light. So imagine that your whole spinal column, your Sushumna Nadi, is becoming a complete column of light. And then slowly down. Good. Turn your palms onto your hands and just touch that first finger. Now I'm going to imagine that your spine is this beautiful column of light that we've created, and you're just going to come slightly forward and slightly back. So it's a very, very, very small movement, but you're rocking the spine forward and back. Not even a centimeter on either side, 1/4 inch, and just side to side. And now as you do this, take your conscious awareness into your spine and see if you can grow your spine. Make your spine longer. And then come to stillness and lift the spine. The crown of the head is reaching up, that 1,000-petaled lotus is open, and we're growing the Sushumna Nadi so that we can bring this consciousness into us. Then go from side to side, very small. It's a very small rock, guys, it's really tiny, but you're just feeling that as you rock from side to side, again, you're growing the spine. So the whole class is about moving this energy up from the root Muladhara up to the crown, sahasara. And then stop and feel like you've grown it a little bit more. Take your awareness all the way down to the base of your spine, and you're going to do circles now clockward and very tiny as you begin at the base and move slowly up. Clockward circles. Just tiny little clockward circles, and feel your spine growing, your Sushumna Nadi growing in the center of this clockward movement. And then when you get to the top, pause and feel that your spine has grown. So really feel this awareness of length in the spine. And then from the crown down, we're going to go anti-clockward and bring the energy down, 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 all the way to the root chakra. And then again, lift the energy up and feel the length. And just feel for a moment that length in your spine. Slowly open your eyes and bring your palms out in front of you. Take your right palm and stretch it slightly more forward than your left, so as much as you can, and then push your left hip into the floor. So consciousness is way beyond duality. Consciousness is the actual energy from which the void, the awareness of from where we come. There's a beautiful Kundalini mantra, Satnam, 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 giving voice to truth, your name to the truth. So as you do this, feel from your right fingertip to your left hip, Satnam, 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 Satnam. And really feel that energy moving. So you want to go deep inside you today and feel the collective energy moving from right fingertip to left sit bone, the beginning of the X. And then come back up and move the left fingertip forward and push the right sit bone back into the floor. And again, Satnam, 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 Satnam. Giving your name truth, giving your awareness truth, giving your voice the truth. I am the truth. Sat is truth. Nam is your name or your voice or your essence. So giving your essence the truth. Satnam, Satnam, Satnam. Now bring both palms even and feel that cross. So from right fingertip to left sit bone and from left fingertip to right sit bone. And then feel the spine intersecting that whole Sushumna Nadi. Use your bandhas, visualize that ball of light again, and inhale that ball of light all the way from root chakra up through to crown, and then drop that ball of light all the way down from the crown chakra back to the root. And the mantra is Om. So Om up the spine, and Om down the spine. And you can say it to yourselves, because we normally Om on the end of the exhale, so say it to yourself so that you can get the inhale up and the exhale down. And notice if you can creep your fingertips ever so slightly forward. Lift up through those bandhas, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Lift your chest towards your chin. Feel your spine. You want to feel your spine as long as possible. And then slowly, slowly, slowly come back, one vertebra at a time, and sit nice and tall. And you're going to feel a sense of consciousness, a sense of awareness. Big breaths, guys. Bring your hands into prayer. Satnyam, Satnyam, Satnyam. Another way of doing this is also saying Tat Sat, but Satnyam is just such a beautiful mantra because it's an easy one and you can feel. Obviously, the way to consciousness is through mantras. The primordial mantra of the universe, that resonates through everything, is this chakras mantra. And then slowly release. So you see in pictures of saints and even in Jesus, all saints have got this like halo around them. That is an open crown chakra. You close your crown chakra down when you move into things that no longer serve you, when you move into worry, fear, greed, jealousy, obsessiveness. When you move into gratitude, love, trust, faith, and you resonate with those energies, your crown chakra is going to open. Now you see the saints, they've got huge big halos around their crown chakra. So visualize for a moment this beautiful awareness of this crown chakra as it spreads its petals out to gather this consciousness into you, and slowly come onto your hands and knees. So the more we can lengthen the spine, the more we can come out of duality, the more we're going to feel this consciousness. So take your left leg and stretch it out behind you. Keep it parallel to the floor and to your hip, and then take your right arm. Now really feel from your right fingertips through to your left foot, and breathe. Now as you feel this, go from root chakra, which is your bottom of your chakra system, to crown chakra. So the two bottom and top of your chakra system and your Sushumna Nadi. Breathe that golden breath, Om and Om in your mind's eye, down, up on the inhale and down on the exhale. Feel this, guys. You really want to feel this long, long spine. So we're going to grow our spine today. And then release and come back into child's pose and walk your right fingertips slightly more forward than your left. And again, get that polarity between your right middle finger and your left sit bone. All the while bringing consciousness. So whenever you think, or I say Sushumna Nadi, just see that beautiful empty column of light. As if your whole spine and your whole Sushumna Nadi was this beautiful open reed that was just filled with light. And the chakras are spinning out from either side of this reed, this open column of light. Channel of light. And then slowly come up. Take your right leg, bring it out behind you, your left arm. Again, you get the polarity, and breathe up and down that spine. Keep visualizing your spine. You want to bring the energy of creation up to consciousness, and then you want to take consciousness down. The third eye gives you the ability to sense this. But the third eye does not bring in the consciousness. The crown chakra brings in the consciousness. So you really want to feel this consciousness, this awareness of consciousness. It's through the gift of the third eye It's through the gift of the heart, love, and this consciousness and the gift of the throat, communication, that we can bring this consciousness into the lower chakras. And it doesn't mean they're worse because they're lower, they're just the more dense chakras of physicality. Again, draw your left palm a little bit more forward and push into your right sit bone. And feel that length. Bring both palms even and get a beautiful sense of length all the way up through the spine. Breathe into it. Okay, you're going to bring one palm on top of the other. And as you come up, you're going to again visualize that ball of light. So as you come up, you inhale and you bring this ball of light all the way up. As you exhale, you take this ball of light all the way down. And inhale this ball of light all the way up. And exhale all the way down. And inhale up. And exhale down. Bring one palm forward, bring the other palm forward. Sense, feel. This consciousness is in every one of our chakras, but the awareness of it is through the third eye, and then the bringing in of it, as I said before, is through the crown chakra, sahasara. So this is the energy that we want to radiate in when we do our meditations. This is the meditative energy that we move into, consciousness, awareness. And we all have this sense of consciousness. Unfortunately, some are less conscious than others in the world, and we see that in their human behaviors. So your human behavior very much governs also your sense of consciousness, which is your third chakra. So we're having a little bit of a review of the third chakra, seeing how they all work together. The third chakra, remember, was Ram, where you are the best incarnation of a being, a human being that you possibly can. That's going to open your crown chakra. Gratitude and love are going to open your crown chakra. And then come back. Let's go into Anahata Asana. Bring your palms forward. Drop your forehead to the floor and drop your heart. So the heart chakra again is also going to bring you into faith and trust. The more you love, the more faith you have, the more beacon of light you are, the more the crown chakra opens and you move into consciousness. Keep the belly nice and firm and keep the bandhas nice and firm. And just enjoy the poses. We're moving slowly. We're working with consciousness. We're wanting to feel this energy moving through our whole body, not just our crown chakra. Because it's not just about the crown chakra, it's about your whole being moving into consciousness, awareness, inner knowing, the bigger picture, the crown chakra. And then slowly come up, especially during this COVID time. We're living through a time in history where we are in such a different space. And so we need to bring the awareness of this consciousness that we've been afforded, stillness. The crown chakra loves stillness. So it's a very good opportunity for the crown chakra in this stillness. Inhale into cat. Exhale, squeeze and round. Now do the same thing. Inhale, draw that energy up the spine through to the crown of the head from the root. Exhale, draw it back down again. Now feel your spine. You want to feel as much manipulation in your spine as possible, as much length in your spine as possible, and also as much movement of energy through your spine. So really use the visualization. So Yogananda said that this kriya, done with intention, with sincerity, adds soul years to your life. What is a soul year? A soul year is a year that you live on the earth in consciousness. So the more you do this very simple technique, it's so simple, there's nothing, it's just drawing a ball of light up and down your spine. Yet it brings in such a beautiful awareness. And then just as you're doing this, say the mantra to yourself, Satnyam, Satnyam, Satnyam. You can say it loud if you want to, but keep the breath going. Satnyam, Satnyam, Satnyam. And on your next exhale, push back into down dog and get this wonderful awareness now of inverting your whole column of light. So now feel where your crown chakra is. And I've said it and I'm going to say it again. It's about bringing this consciousness into the world, into your body, into your physicality. That's your dharma, your destiny. So as you breathe here, breathe and realize that you're shifting the consciousness. Now try that energy. So imagine that ball of light up in your tailbone, in your first chakra. Inhale it down towards the crown, and then exhale. You've got to push it back up again into the root chakra. Do this a few times. It's going to feel a little bit different. That's why inversions are so important, because they change our world upside down. But up and down are equally important. The root chakra is so important. That's why we're having this experience, and that's why we want to bring more consciousness into it. Keep breathing, guys. Big, big breaths. And then slowly release down onto your knees and into child's pose and stretch. And keep feeling your spine. Keep feeling this length. The color for the crown chakra is indigo or violet, and some say it is pure white. Now we know if you go through the color spectrum of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, indigo, you get white. So it's however you see this chakra is okay. It is that beautiful 1,000-petal lotus. That is its yantra. So this magnificent lotus that is spreading its petals out, 1,000 of them. So big, the Om, this huge Om, the primordial sound of the universe. When the universe comes into being, it's Om, that underlying sound of the universe. And then slowly come back up again. Come back into your down dog and stretch it out again. Keep feeling that you're growing your spine. You're really lengthening your spine. And then walking your hands halfway up the width of the mat. Come to a forward bend, a standing forward bend. Inversions are extremely beneficial for this chakra. We change our world upside down. Bend your knees slightly. Take your hands behind your legs and grab hold of the back of your legs. If that's not accessible to you, take your hands to the side of your legs and bring your elbows out to the side. And then just draw yourself down. Watch your weight, that it's even in all four corners of your feet, and then bend your knees. This is more about your spine than the back of your legs. So bend your knees slightly and see if you can grow the spine. Now again, take that ball of light up and down the spine. Feeling, breathing, lengthening. Feeling that the spine is in traction, the physical spine, and is opening. The more consciousness, the more peace in your life, the more the bigger picture, the more neutrality you have, where you can listen to all the different stories and hone in on them and just be the witness. This consciousness is more of the witness, coming into this awareness. Consciousness is nothing, and yet from nothing comes everything. No thing, nothing, the void, this awareness, this emptiness that is filled with love and light. Keep breathing. And then you can straighten your legs a little bit to release the back of the legs. Just allow them to open and spread. So you're releasing through root chakra as you release through the back of the legs. We're holding this forward bend for a little bit so that we get the real benefit of it. Breathe into it, sense, feel, connect, and then slowly release. We're going to walk the palms forward, we're going to walk the feet back, and notice if your down dog doesn't feel a little bit different. Notice if your spine doesn't feel a little bit different. Remember that energy is moving from the density into the openness, and then from the openness back to bringing that awareness into your life. Drop onto your knees and take child's pose. One palm on top of the other now, and just let yourselves be. Breathe into it. So we're going to move into the wide-legged pose. And I'm not doing much movement today. I'm rather holding poses so that you can really get this awareness of your spine. So whichever way faces your device, come, open your legs nice and wide. Those of you that have just got blocks, you can put your blocks here if you want. In fact, it's a very nice thing to do because it allows your spine to feel even longer. You don't have to have it, it's just if you've got them, use them. And then lengthen. Now this is a beautiful pose for sahasara chakra and drawing this consciousness in. Because life flows through us. How do we want life to flow through us? We want life to flow through us with a lot more conscious awareness. So again, feel your spine. Bend your knees slightly and lift your two sit bones up into the sky. Keep your knees bent and then feel like there's a tug between your root chakra and your crown. And your spine has grown so long that you can, it feels at least 20 centimeters long or 2 feet. And then you can straighten your legs and keep that length of the spine. So this beautiful channel of light is open. And the more open the Sushumna Nadi, the more the chakras flow on either side. Breathe. Satnyam, Satnyam, Satnyam. Om, 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 Om. This is the truth of who you are. This is the ocean. You know, Vedanta talks about being a drop in the ocean, but Rumi says you are the ocean. You are this ocean of consciousness, this ocean of light, this ocean of awareness. So this consciousness now is running through your sushumna. Breathe, and then slowly come forward. Drop one knee, drop the other knee. Bring your big toes to touch. You can release your blocks if you've got them. And knees apart and just come into child's pose. Bring one palm forward, bring the other palm forward and stretch. Feel like you're pulling your palms forward, but you're pushing your two sit bones and especially your tailbone, your root chakra, back down again. So you're feeling this lovely, lovely awareness of length in the spine. So long. Breathe. And then slowly come up. Okay. We come into dolphin pose. We're not going to lift our legs. We're not doing anything fancy. We're just lengthening the spine. So bring your hands down. So the more inversions, the more you turn your world upside down, the more consciousness you bring into your life. Okay, lift up of the heart, tuck your toes under and push back. Your head is not on the floor for this one. Your tushies are up in the heavens. It's a bit of a challenge pose, but breathe into it. And feel your spine. And then slowly release, take back into child's pose again. Keep your conscious awareness on this communication that is happening in your spine. Governed by the throat chakra, Saraswati. Governed by Hum. Governed by that energy moving up and down your spine. So now, hopefully with the ending of Sahasara chakra, you can get the awareness of how unbelievable your whole chakra column and your whole chakra system is. How it works in unison. How it draws, how it works with the energy of the universe to bring this consciousness, this flow of energy through you into your physicality, into your other bodies. We did the bodies. So it's all about flooding yourself with this light. Come back again. This time we are going to put the head on the floor. So you're going to bring your elbows. Let's just do this, and you know that that's the width of your elbows. And you're not going to do a headstand, so don't panic, but you are going to take the hands behind the head and you're going to put the top of the head on the floor. Okay, so this might be position 1 for you, top of the head on the floor. Okay,
Position 2 might be just to lift your knees a little bit, or position 3 is to come up onto your tippy toes and get this awareness of headstand prep. Now if you want to take it further, I'm not going to do a headstand on internet, but you can take one leg up at a time. And just get that awareness. If any of you at home can do a headstand and you want to, then that's perfect. It's wonderful to invert yourselves. Push down on your palms and your arms, and then slowly come back. Bring your forehead onto your palms and breathe. So again, we had now the crown chakra on the earth. We really had this awareness of bringing consciousness into physicality. I think the whole world, COVID, has brought the whole world to open to consciousness. Slowly come up for a moment and just sit, close your eyes and feel. This unprecedented times that we're living in. It's about this collective opening up to consciousness. How much more consciousness is there in the world? Yes, there's a lot of unconsciousness, there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of worry, but there also one hell of a lot of light beings and lighthouses that are bringing this amazing consciousness into the world. Breathe. And then slowly come back. Okay. And inhale back into cat and push back into down dog. We're going to go a little bit longer, guys, because we started later. So just so I get everything in. Breathe. So your down dog should feel very different now. Very, very different. Breathe into it. Drop onto your knees. And we're going to take here. Turning around. So coming into child's pose, hold onto your heels. Bring your forehead towards your knees. And then roll yourself over. Breathe into it. So it's a little bit easier than the headstand, but you've got your head firmly on the floor, which is what we want. We want to bring the awareness of the crown chakra into the earth. And then slowly release. Bring one palm forward, bring the other palm forward and stretch. How long is your spine? How open? Breathe. Inhale back up. Another day, another dog. Back into down dog. Down dog should be feeling completely different each time you come into it. Use your bandhas. Walk your feet the width of the mat and bring your hands again to your feet. Grab one elbow, grab the other, and then just gently roll from side to side. Just a beautiful gentle roll. Then come back to center, bend your knees and do a small, like we did at the beginning, a small side to side so that you're lengthening the spine. So feel the spine actually lengthening, keep the knees bent, and then kind of let your body go deeper into the earth. And then slowly just rock your body towards your thighs and back. It's a very small movement. But as you do, go into your spine and actually sense and feel if you can feel one little vertebra after the other opening. Then do your circles, first clockward. And feel your spine, and then anti-clockward, counterclockward, and then grow your spine some more. Bend your knees, take your hands onto the floor, lift your two sit bones up into the sky, and make your spine long, and then straighten your legs. So really nice sensation of that spine, and then slowly roll up, one vertebra at a time. Take your time. Roll your shoulder blades. Roll your shoulder blades. Okay,
Rooting your feet into the earth, tailbone and pubic bone come together, bandhas. So feel this length now. Now we're upright. Big inhale, lift, interlace your fingers and push your palms away from you. Big stretch. Push your feet into the floor, squeeze an imaginary ball between your legs. Now keeping the spine as straight as possible, actually keep your hands like this and just drop over to the side. Lift up through your bandhas. Now you're taking the spine to the side, but see if you can lengthen. And that happens by lengthening also through this left side. So breathe into it. Come back up to center and go to the other side. Curl your tailbone, lift your belly. Breathe. Nice. Release and come back. Okay, keep the belly nice and firm. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale to tabletop. Take your hands behind you and push your palms away from you and feel the length of the spine. Okay, so keeping that, big inhale, come up, length, lift. Exhale, bring the arms back, lengthen the spine. Inhale, come up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Hold it here. Take your hands onto your hips and draw that crown of the head forward. Breathe. Release. Release your hands down. Open your feet wide again. And then drop the crown of the head towards the floor. Now this time, if you have your blocks or you have something that you can maybe build a tower and put the top of the head on that tower, beautiful. If not, just let it hang, it's fine. Feel your spine is about the top of the head resting, but it's also about that spine being long. Breathe into it. And then slowly release. Release your blocks. Heel toe your feet into your distance where you can lift up. Take your hands onto your hips and inhale slowly, slowly up. Keep your feet slightly pigeon-toed. Keep your spine long. Lengthen and stretch. Stretch that spine. Squeeze those legs. Big inhale up. And exhale, lengthen. Inhale up, exhale, lengthen. Inhale up, exhale, lengthen. Good. Release, bring your hands back onto your hips. And again, take the forward bend. Take your hands behind you, slightly wider now. Take your hands behind and draw that spine long. Enjoy it, guys. Walk yourselves back now into a down dog with your feet the width of your hips. Inhale into plank. Keep the belly nice and firm. Push the heels away from you. Now do that kriya. Inhale that ball of light up your spine. Exhale it down. Do it with strength. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Inhale it up. And feel this column of light. Breathe. And then slowly bring the knees wide, the big toes to touch, and stretch. Bring the forehead onto the floor. If the forehead doesn't touch the floor, then bring something that can you can put underneath your head and stretch, guys. How long can you make the spine? How open can you make the spine? Feel. And slowly release. Sit. Again, if you've got blocks, it's kind of nice to use it because it makes it easier. If you don't, it's quite okay. Have your hands on the floor. Stretch your legs out, point your toes. So we've done a lot of stretching of the back. I really want you to feel the stretching of the front of the body. So pointing your toes, your hands are behind you, Lift your hips up and now stretch. And feel as you stretch that you're stretching the entire length of the spine and especially the front of the body. Breathe. So as you can see, today's been a lot of working up and down the Sushumna Nadi, this column of light. And then slowly release. Flex your feet. Find your two sit bones. And keeping your spine nice and long, just take the forward bend. Don't worry about how far down you come. Rather feel, so I'm going to exaggerate, rather feel that opening on that length. Breathe into it. Come back. You're going to bring your hands again. If you've got blocks, it's nice to use them. Bend your knees. The hands are on your blocks or on the floor. Push your feet into the floor. Lift your hips up. Lift your back body up. Push your palms into the floor. Firm your belly and breathe again. Visualize ball of light. Up and down your spine. Om, om, om. Enjoy it. And then slowly bring your tushy back. Find your two sit bones. Lengthen through the spine. Take your left foot over your right. Okay. Keep the spine long. It just gives you an ability to lengthen through the spine a little bit more and walk your fingertips down. If you can touch your feet, beautiful. If not, just leave your fingers on the floor. Bring your spine long. Breathe. Get that kind of creeping sensation in your spine that you can actually feel, like almost like you're taking one vertebra after the other and opening it. You also want to get that beautiful awareness of each chakra, front and back, opening. And then slowly come up, change, and bring the right over the left. Find your two sit bones. Bring yourselves forward. The root and the crown chakra are the only two chakras that do not spin front and back. So they are the top and the bottom of this Sushumna Nadi. Feel that. And in between that are all the different energies, all the openings, all of creation. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, space of your throat, light of your third eye. So the whole of creation is within your chakras. Your entire creation is within you. Look within. The kingdom of God is within. Everything that you need to know is within. So feel this as you breathe into it. And slowly come up. I'm going to do that other one more time. So bend your knees. Put your hands onto the floor. Lift your hips, and again, open. Open and spread your toes. Breathe. And then slowly come back. Take your feet the width of the mat. Lift your two sit bones. If you've got a block or you've got a cushion that you can put underneath your tushy, do so. Lengthen your spine. Lengthen it. Don't worry about how far down you come. You want to feel, so I'm going to exaggerate, but you want to feel that. You really want to feel this energy. Use your Kriya. And as you breathe, feel that energy moving up and down your spine. There's a beautiful, beautiful Native American story about a brave who asks God the mysteries and the answers of the universe. And God says, I've hidden them somewhere. And the brave goes and looks all over. He searches the highest mountains, he searches the seas, he searches the planets, he searches everywhere. Comes back to God and he says, I can't find it. And God said, you didn't look in one place. Inside of you. Inside of us, guys, is the entire creation. Inside of us is all the knowing. the more consciousness we bring into ourselves, the more we have that you know, but you have no idea how you know, but you know. That sense of awareness, that sense of living a good life, that sense of love, that sense of trust, that sense of faith. That's all when you bring more and more consciousness into your bodies. So breathe, feel, sense, and then slowly, slowly come up. Bend one knee, bend the other knee, and come back. Okay. So come back to your seated position. And we're going to go back to the very beginning where we move the spine just a little bit, front and back. You can feel that. Side to side. Round in a clockwise circle. We're not going long, we're just doing it to feel, grow the spine. And then in an anti-clockwise direction. And then lift up tall. Now feel. So the whole practice of yoga is to bring us into asana, comfortable seated position, where the energy is moving up our spines, where we use the bandhas to lift that energy up our spine, where sahasara chakra is open to that divine light that is pouring in. And this is how our whole being works. So the more open to the universal sound of Om, to consciousness, we can allow this chakra to open and feel and sense. The more consciousness, the more peace, the more neutrality, the more contentment we're going to feel in our lives, and the more sense of purpose, because we will be fulfilling our dharma, our destiny. So we're going to do the chakra, the meditation and the breath where we swallow. And then we're going to do a little bit of an extended shavasana, because the best place to experience sahasara chakra is in shavasana. So hopefully we've grown the spine long enough, but our final breath is going to be about growing it some more. So as you inhale, you're going to actually Om slowly into each chakra all the way up. Okay, when you get to the top, you're going to swallow, you can wet your mouth, and then you're going to bring this energy all the way back down again, touching each chakra. Okay, the reason we swallow is because if you breathe in and out, if you take your hands to your nose and you breathe in and out, feel how much exhale there is. Now, inspiration, prana, life force comes in. We get inspired through it. So what we want to do is we want to keep as much of that inspiration in us, because now we've opened, we've cleared, we've done the clear, to add soul years to our lives. So there's nothing that we need to release now. We want to keep that inspiration in us. So if you inhale and swallow and then exhale, you're going to feel that there's far less breath coming out of you. So you're cultivating this energy within you. So we're going to do it a few times and then we'll come into Shavasana. So sitting nice and tall, just let's for a moment take our hands onto our heads, interlace our fingers again and bring our middle finger. And just for a moment, feel the 1,000-petaled lotus. Feel Om, feel Satnam, feel violet or white light. Feel an aura around you. Feel a halo around your head. Feel your whole crown chakra open. Take your fingers and open them up like a 1,000-petaled lotus. You can touch your thumb to your thumb and your baby finger to your baby finger, and then just open and lift your spine nice and tall. And visualize a column of light coming down through your palms into the crown of your head and all the way down through the root chakra. And just visualize this beautiful gift of consciousness coming in on the vibration of Om. Om. dropping your hands to your knees. We're going to inhale and feel, we don't have to go but we're going to feel that in each and every chakra as we inhale up. All the way to the root, lifting that all the way up, lifting that ball of light up, swallow, and allow that energy to come from crown chakra all the way back down again, touching each chakra on the way down. And you're going to go up again, touching each chakra, visualizing that is spreading. You don't have to say you can just visualize that is spreading into each chakra, consciousness, awareness into each chakra. Swallow, bring that consciousness back down again. Soften your throat as you swallow. Carry on doing this on your own. Soften your throat, soften your eyes, soften your jaw. Do it with such openness, with such awareness of this communication, this consciousness that is spreading through you. And as you do this, you might feel this consciousness spreading to every single part of you, to your extremities, to your skin, to your shape, to every single cell in your body. And make this breath as effortless as possible and as deep internally as possible. Take yourself deep within yourself. Remember that that's where Creator placed everything, the knowledge of life within you. And it's consciousness that reminds us, that brings this into us. Just one or two more breaths here. And you're going to feel a sense of expansion in your body, a sense of openness in your body. Feel that you're actually becoming lighter and lighter and lighter. So light that you could almost float off the mat. On your last exhale, swallow, exhale, release. Just come into this space of being. Feeling that each and every one of your chakras are so open, so beautifully, magnificently open, that you can really experience this openness, this sense of expansion within yourselves. And then keeping the sense of openness, lie down into Shavasana. And really when you lie down, let yourselves completely float into the mat, so that every single part of you is melted. Every single part of you is filled with consciousness, with awareness. Feel the beauty of your conscious awareness throughout your body. Now imagine a beautiful red lotus in your root chakra, filled with consciousness. And as you inhale, draw that red lotus up into the orange lotus in the second chakra, Svadhisthana. And fill this beautiful lotus. Let it carry the conscious awareness of the crown chakra. So you've got the crown chakra in the root now and in the second. Feel both these chakras completely flooded with white light. Then draw the red and the orange up into the awareness of the yellow, beautiful yellow lotus, and flood this lotus with beautiful white light from the crown chakra. All the while drawing the energy of the root, the second and the third up. Bring it through the heart, Beautiful green, a green lotus here, flooded with white light and consciousness. And feel this energy moving up your spine. Really feel this energy moving up your spine, where you're taking Shakti, creation, up to consciousness, creator. And then moving up through into the throat, feel the beautiful conscious awareness of the throat chakra. And feel this magnificence as the red has joined the orange, has joined the yellow, has joined the green, has joined the light blue. Total awareness of self. Total awareness of self. Not the little self, not the persona, but the real you. Satnyam, Satnyam. Bring this all through into the purple, which is flooded with white light, of Ajna chakra, and feel your ability to know this through your perception, through your intuition, from your clairvoyance and clairaudience, and then completely bring it all into the beautiful 1,000-petaled lotus, the crown of your head, and feel your whole body has lifted up into this awareness of this 1,000-petaled lotus. Your whole being. And then slowly turn the petals of this lotus down and spread this consciousness of all 7 chakras, all of them, slowly down into each chakra. So the Ajna gets all 7, the throat gets all 7, the heart gets all 7, the third, the second, and the first. And feel your whole body now radiating in beautiful iridescent white light. Magnificent white light. And your ability, your aura, your whole auric field, all the way around you, your crown chakra open, all your chakras open in beautiful, beautiful white light. And your ability to sense and feel and connect with pure divine consciousness. Open. And feel the inspiration of this in your whole being as you go deeper and deeper into Shavasana. Enjoy. Enjoy being. Satnyam, 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 Satnyam. Om Tat Sat, I am. Om Tat Sat, I am. Om Tat Sat, I am. A being of light, having a human experience. Om Tat Sat, I am. Slowly, slowly, slowly bring your awareness now back to your physical body. But keep this consciousness within you. Keep this awareness within you as you open your physical body to movement. Wriggle the fingertips, stretch the toes, rub the fingers, thumb over the fingers. Feel the magnificence of you, this temple that holds this light within. So feel, wriggle your fingers, wriggle your palms, wriggle your toes. Take a lovely long, slow, deep breath and stretch. Have a beautiful stretch, feeling this consciousness within you as well as being this temple of your body. Have an appreciation for this temple of your soul. And then after your big stretch, take one knee and then the other very slowly. Give yourselves a hug. Rock gently from side to side. Roll over onto your right sides. And spend just a few moments here in this position, feeling your physical body blossomed, opened, connected, and taking this consciousness and this awareness into your lives. Slowly, slowly bring yourself to a seated position. We always end with our hands in prayer, because it's the heart chakra of love that brings us into the awareness of sahasara chakra, into consciousness. Love is the catalyst. So be the love. Bow your head to your heart and have a super wonderful day. Thank you, my darlings. Namaste. And all the YouTubers, please like and subscribe. Namaste.